Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
Jay Demerit is a retired pro soccer player, a center back, who, after not being drafted for the MLS, decided to move to England to try his hand there, and boy, did that take off. Eventually signing with Watford in 2004, he went on to play with them for 211 games over 6 seasons. After being released, he was the first player signed by the Vancouver Whitecaps, went on to play with them for 4 seasons before retiring due to injury. And when Jay came by the podcast studio, we talked about his impressive career, how he once met Elton John after a game standing in his underwear. Jay was, not Elton. We talked about Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, playing in the World Cup, his awesome job at a bar in Chicago, playing soccer in South Africa, the superpower that he'd want to have, the shows that he was binge watching at the time. And stop me if you've heard this before, Jay talked about getting on Dragon's Den to pitch his stereo company, Portmanteau Stereos.
What's crazy, right? Like, Dragon's Den is just this thing. Right?
Yeah,
like,
man.
You're like, we all see it, but then we're like, oh, then you get the opportunity to go on it, right? So there's a couple different ways. Like, Dragon's Den, they work in a couple different ways. Like, they try to get people on, and then there's this other, like, they look for production value. So they had found out, like, somebody just asked me if I would ever be interested who knew people from the Dragon's Den, and it kind of got that. And then it was like, okay, yeah, they're into it.
Sure.
We're like, okay, let's go. That cost us a ton of money. Normally you just get a flight ticket out there, but there's 2 of us. And we have like thousands of pounds worth of gear that we need to get to Toronto.
Right.
So that was kind of the first thing. It's like, I'm paying money now to go onto this show. And what happens if we tank, or what happens if whatever? But so we do a lot of due diligence. Again, we had a lot of experience in the company. We were a year and a half, just over a year old. So we'd developed 3 different product lines. We'd just developed our first coffee table.
Right.
Now we're like, hey, let's start pushing this stuff. We get this opportunity. We go. No guarantees, of course.
Stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast is powered by FKP MMA, Vancouver's #1 training destination at fkpmma.com.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 5-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 50% off with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
Now, before you go hunting for something else to listen to, let me make it easy. I'm Mike Carruthers, host of a podcast called Something You Should Know, and I speak with experts about fascinating things that affect your life, from human behavior, relationships, health, science, and everyday mysteries. We've been downloaded millions of times because every episode teaches you something you'll be talking about later. Open up Something You Should Know and give it 1 episode. You might just find your new favorite podcast.
Do you ever watch a TV show set in a historical time period and think, how accurate is this really? But also, does it matter if it's accurate or not?
Nefer TV is a new podcast about shows set in ancient times. This season, we're recapping every episode of the show Spartacus, Blood and Sand.
I'm Ann Foster, and I have never seen this show before.
And I'm Gina Berry, and I have watched this show maybe too many times.
Join us every other Monday on the Nefer TV podcast as we discuss the real history behind Spartacus, Blood and Sand.
Follow Nefer TV, that's NEFER TV, wherever you get your podcasts.